The Tony Spalding Sports Complex is the venue for the second quarterfinal. In the Popeyes Challenge Cup, Portmore United, freshly crowned Jamaica Premier League champions, and they're up against Montego Bay United FC. JDF getting past Arnett in the earlier fixture. And the crowd is getting ready for a delayed start here because the first game went into penalties, and the scheduled 8:30 start put back a few minutes, and we're getting ready for this important fixture between two of the most powerful teams in the history of domestic football in Jamaica. Portmore United, 8-time champions of the Jamaica Premier League. No team has won as many titles as they have. And Montego Bay United, they've been 4-time champions as well. So they know what it's like to win championships in local football. 12 Premier League titles between these two teams. And a cool night here at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex as Portmore United will start a youthful-looking squad. The main players responsible for their Premier League success not on their roster tonight. We'll get to that in a moment. But Montego Bay United, who for many a little disappointing in finishing 4th in the Premier League.
Yeah, that was Montego Bay United getting their goal last game. It was given a little run. I think it was Med Forest that they were up against. Gave them a scare, but in the end it took something special for them to go ahead and make their way here to the quarterfinal stage of the Popeyes Challenge Cup. Yeah, and you said earlier, Lance, a disappointing season for them, finishing 4th. Montego Bay United will see this as an opportunity to get some silverware. Xavier Gilbert, many felt, would be having a difficult task to retain his job, but the hierarchy of Montego Bay United has entrusted him to go forward with the team. And Portmore United, you say, a much changed team from the one that won it as the teams walk out. I think Austin is saying that he's using the opportunity to give some game time to some of his charges who didn't play a lot in the JPL, one which they went on to win.
Yeah, and Portmore United celebrating their first Premier League title since 2019. Montego Bay United have not won a Premier League title since, I think, 2016. So they are more hungry for silverware at the moment, and they have called for their starting roster for some of the players who were responsible for their 4th place finish, and actually number 2 in the regular season. So they're one of the top teams in the regular season.
For sure. I mean, just got it wrong in the playoff. Went into that second leg with an advantage, but couldn't keep that one. And as such, finished 4th and now playing for a silverware, the only possibility of silverware this season. And even missed out on 3rd place. They would have loved to have gone into the Caribbean Shield to get a chance to get into the Caribbean Cup, but that's gone out the window. So for them, this is all or nothing for Montego Bay United.
Yeah, the greeting party including Ariel Oliver, brand manager of Best Dressed, Ingrid Barton, marketing officer as well, Lasco Food Drink, Marshall E. Stewart, I Cool Water, Ayana Morgan, manager beverages and snacks, Connex, Troy Chambers there as well, Popeyes, Link, Mackay, Red Stripe also part of the sponsorship team for the Popeyes Challenge Cup.
Ladies and gentlemen,
history has recorded that Portmore have won 5 of these cup titles in the past. Here's the Jamaica National Anthem. Not a huge turnout tonight for this fixture. Even the Arnett Gardens earlier game against JDF was not entirely heavily supported, which is uncharacteristic of Arnett Gardens fans when their team is playing here at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex.
Yeah, I'd expected a much larger turnout. As I said, this is my favorite ground of doing commentary because when the atmosphere is ripe here, it's really good. It's a good one to do. Most times I'm here, I stand and do commentary in that type of atmosphere. Didn't get that in the earlier game, but we're looking for some good football still.
Yeah. Dwight Jeremiah, astute football brain, football coach and analyst. There's Stephen Duar, the man with the whistle tonight. Timar Lewis, the captain of the Montego Bay United team, former Harbourview player, played on Harbourview's championship winning team a few years ago, along with Odilon Harding, who is also a part of the Montego Bay United setup at the moment.
So they knew one thing or two about winning, as you said, have those players in the ranks to be able to take them there. I'm pretty sure they're looking to get one over Portmore tonight to get into that semi-finals of the Popeyes Challenge Cup.
Yeah, the winner of this fixture will face the True Juice Malines clash winner.
Yeah, and Malines won that one, 2-1 coming from behind.
Earlier on today, yeah.
Down at Drax Hall.
JDF already booking their semi-final spot.
Yep, waiting on either
Chapelton Maroons and Mount Pleasant.
Mount Pleasant, yeah, who will probably play now as well.
Mount Pleasant, huge winners in their last round.
Yeah. Yeah, over there, Parishie in terms of Lime Hall.
Yeah, 3 goals on the night for Daniel Green.
Yeah, it came late in the game, yeah. A late flurry of goal for him.
There's a Portmore United starting roster. DeVay Payton, Jaheen Rose, Small, Rogel Wright, Tishon Henry, Jaquan Brown, Santana Headley, Orel Miller, Orlando Russell. 3 goals in the Premier League season for him. Andrew Anderson and Javon Grant.
Yeah, look at Small in this lineup, a player coming in from Trelawney, played for Cedric Titus, had a goal I think in the first leg of the semi-finals, so he's in the team as well.
The Montego Bay United team had led the Jamaica Premier League season for a long period.
Yeah, they did.
Until giving way to Mount Pleasant at the back end of the season, but ended number 2. Timar Lewis is their captain, Marco Thompson in goal, Dwight Merrick, who is now an international, Malachi Sterling, Richardo Ramsey, Devereaux McKenzie, who was wonderful strike last week, sent Medforest packing, Odilon Harding, Nashorta Gibbs, Tajay Cooper, Dion J. Brown, and Johan Weatherly gets a starting spot here for Montego Bay United tonight.
Yeah, he has been used a lot, I think, early in the season too by Gilbert too, a player that wasn't getting much start before Gilbert came in, but Gilbert gave him a lot of start. Happy to again to see Cooper, Tajay Cooper, a player I coached at William Nib, good defender, helped me set a record in schoolboy football, having not conceded until the quarterfinal stages. So he's a player, good ball-playing defender as well, and likes to score goals, get up for set pieces. So a strong Montego Bay United team being put out here by Gilbert. Does have some changes in it, but still a formidable team in this Popeyes Challenge Cup, showing that they take this seriously, as all teams do, but showing the intent with the players they put out to start this game, Montego Bay United.
Head-to-head in the last 6 meetings between these two teams, there's been 1 Portmore victory and 5 drawn results, including 4 0-all results. Pretty peculiar that, given the fact that they are, especially Mobay, a pretty free-scoring, both pretty free-scoring teams. Mobay had been the highest-scoring team in the just concluded JPL, scoring at more than 2 goals per match. 79 goals in 39 regular season games for them. Portmore scored 65 goals in 43 games en route to the JPL title. So to think that in the last 6 meetings between these two teams there have been 4 0-all scorelines, that is a little peculiar, I think.
Well, you often get that in football, Lance. I've been around it long enough to realize that when you see teams, they say, okay, these are high-scoring teams. They come against each other and they feel, you know what, okay, he scores a lot. I'm going to do something to prevent that. The other does the same, and you end up with these dull games. I hope we don't get that tonight. We've gotten one already. Exciting penalties, but I would love to see some goals.
Yeah, Portmore a little lazy at the back to start there. And hasty clearance there from their goalkeeper. Based on the starting roster, I think we would have to consider Mobe United favourites to win this match, given the inexperience of the Portmore roster here tonight. But the game is played on the field. Portmore immediately on the attack here, and Mobe giving up a corner. So let's see how the youngsters for Portmore will, a team that has always had good youth programs and developing young players, so we don't underestimate what they'll offer tonight. It's just that the roster suggests that the Mobe team is better equipped to handle this assignment.
Yeah, it's a one-off game in this one.
Second bite at the chair for the corner here. Big clearance out.
Weatherly getting a belated call. Expected to lead the line here from Mobe. But you're right to suggest that, Lance, that Mobe certainly on paper would have to be ticked off as the favourite. But it's played on the night, as you say.
That's
on
right.
The field.
Portmore taking control. 30 yards out. A bit of grabbing there, but they still hold possession. Oh, excellent work.
And just as I see Portmore developing that play just now that was thwarted by Montego Bay, I have to say too, Lance, to put in the mix of it, good firm challenge there.
Yeah.
To put in the mix of it, Portmore, yes, being young, yeah, but maybe playing with a lot more freedom tonight than this Montego Bay team. The fact that they've already brought in their cabinet the JPL title, so that could play a role in this, despite being youthful.
That's for sure. McKenzie with a straw! What a goal! Ha ha! 2 weeks in a row, Deborah McKenzie comes up with a wonder strike, and Montego Bay United, after 3 minutes, 2.5 into the game, are already up by 1-0.
Yeah, that was like a heat-seeking missile locked in on target, and Portmore had no interceptor to deal with that one. Goalkeeper couldn't intercept, and that one rocketed in the back of the net. We're just talking about favourites. Well, they've said to us, yeah, all you're talking about free-flowing and probably less pressure. Well, for sure, we're favourites for a reason. And as we saw the play developing here, Portmore had a good break, but once Montego Bay broke it down, just look at, that's way out. I mean, some 22 yards out maybe. We'll have a look here. Yeah, right into the top corner. Like I said, locked in, firm strike, met it well. And yeah, as sure as you can hit a football.
You know, I'm not sure if that was a better goal than he scored last week, because the one last week had a lot of class written on it. Header on goal, but no problems there.
Well, to make it easy for myself, I'll just tell you they're 2 class strikes.
Well, that one was a power strike.
Yeah.
Last week's against Medforest was a class strike.
Yeah, that's
with the
true.
outside of his boot curving away from the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it had movement on it, the one last week. This one, though, pace, precision and power. 3 Ps that when you put them together, very often the ball nestles in the back of the net.
Had 2 Premier League goals this season, Devereaux McKenzie, and now 2 Popeyes Challenge Cup strikes. Both of them absolutely immaculate. And I'm not talking about the girls' school on Constant Spring Road, just below Manor Park.
But yeah, clean strike, as you'd see on those white cloth at that school you mentioned. Certainly a pure strike. He's making a habit of it.
Portmore on the defensive at the moment. Small.
But if anything, Portmore will take from it is that it came pretty early as you want to go down if you have to choose a moment to go down. 3rd minute of the game, giving them some 87 minutes to try and carve their way back in it.
Yeah, that crossover hit there. Disappointing.
Well, Lance, one of the stats you reeled off at the beginning of this one, I already mark it off that four time that these two teams meet out of 5 that it ended 0-all. Saying, what is Lance talking about? Not tonight.
Well, the other interesting thing about that is that there's not been a Montego Bay United victory in the last 6 meetings because there were 5 drawn results and 1 Portmore win.
Yeah.
There was a 2-2 draw between the two teams as well.
We can still have that one, yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure. Portmore on the advance now. That's Anderson, but they've lost it. Excellent turn, that Deonjay Brown. Now there goes Lewis. Very left-footed Lewis. His pass is excellent to find Weatherly. Weatherly straight, though, to the goalkeeper, who has a pretty easy job in the Portmore goal. Davey Payton.
Will be definitely the aggressor in this one. Portmore certainly looking to go forward, not laying back. But certainly Montego Bay goes forward with great intent. A long way to go in this one, so lots of football still to be played.
Portmore buoyant, of course, following their success towards the back end of last month, capturing the Jamaica Premier League title for the first time since 2019. Significantly, 6 of the last 8 Jamaica Premier League finals decided on penalty kicks, which is, I could say, significant. I was about to say shocking, but it's a development that tells you how competitive these finals are.
Yeah, or you could look at it another way, that teams are just so cagey when it comes on to the big game for the big prize.
Montego Bay United looking to go 2-0 up here with this corner from the left side, this free kick from the left side. 5 or 6 red shirts in the box waiting for scoring opportunities. Only Portmore's 2019 triumph over Waterhouse, 1-0 it was, and Mount Pleasant's 2023 title in the last 8 years decided in open play. Outside of that, all penalty shootouts, which we saw one earlier on tonight.
Yeah.
And Arnett Garns, the home team here, suffering the bad end of that result.
Yeah.
The Soldiers, for the 2nd week in a row, toppling a Premier League team. Corner threatening, and the header on the near post tries to get the ball away. Mackenzie doesn't have room to shoot, so he sets the ball back there for Timar Lewis. His shot was blocked off, though. Yeah, Moby bossing this game at the moment. This less experienced Portmore United team just taking some time to get their handle on this game. No question that there's quality in this Portmore team, but they're at this level struggling early here to keep up with the Montego Bay United team. Mackenzie's pass badly directed.
Yeah, not much in his 2 strikes in successive weeks, but yeah, not giving them time to settle. You see the assistant coach for Portmore there just trying to get his charges to settle.
Yeah, Ricardo Smith.
What Moby wants to do is to get as much out of their moment in the ascendancy, to register another goal to make it more difficult for this Portmore team to mount a comeback.
Yeah, Anderson's attempted headed pass there wasn't a bad effort, but just a little bit too much pace on it. Mackenzie. Oh, Weatherly turns really well. Good skill there from the short man. Portmore looking very urgent in defense at the moment. Lewis with a challenge. And a free kick here won by Portmore on the left side. That was Jaheen Rose, tumbled over there as he went forward, the Portmore captain. The Montego Bay United coaching staff. Big strong kick toward goal. Santana Headley with the strike, a Jamaica under 20 national. Kenzie goes wide to Weatherly. Weatherly's pass inside is smartly cut off. Portmore, though, giving the ball away as quickly as they got it. So too does Montego Bay United. Odell and Harding, like Timar Lewis, former title-winning players with Harbourview. Champions back in 2022. Now relegated.
Yeah, it's a big scalp going down. Harbourview. But we're looking at a Portmore team that had suffered that fate in the Premier League and coming back now to win it. So Harbourview will regroup, I feel, and come again. It's never easy going down. It's difficult in the championship, but we've seen Umberland coming straight back up, having gone down last season.
And I think Chapelton Maroons had been relegated,
yes,
and came back quickly as well.
Yeah.
And in the past decade, I think Cavalier had been relegated probably a dozen years ago, and then quickly got themselves back up. But as I said, this FA Cup knockout style tournament doesn't happen every year. It's the return of the tournament. As I said, my research suggests that Portmore have won the national knockout title 5 times.
I think the last time it was played, they won it, I think.
Yes,
was the
I
Ladies'
think
Cup.
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
2023, I think that was.
Yeah. I'd love to see it back on the
as a regular.
As a regular. I remember there was at one time it was a Red Stripe knockout cup that was played, All Island knockout competition. And what happened is that the parish teams were in the first round of it. I mean, my club in Trelawney Holland, we qualified about 3 or 4 times for that.
Yeah.
I remember playing even Montego Bay United in a second round or third round game. And what that will do is to ensure that more football is played at the parish level too, because then parishes will have to install a knockout competition as well.
Yeah. Small pass is cut off there. Lewis winning it, and a dangerous pass through the middle channel. But Portmore's defense at the moment efficient. In 1992 and 1995, the national knockout title had been won by SEBA, the previous name of Montego Bay United. But it's good to see Mo Bay United back as a top flight team, because they've gone through a pretty long period after their last success in the Jamaica Premier League in 2016. And now they're strong again, for sure.
Yeah, change of ownership and all of that, you know, and I think looking to even refurbish their home, their owner having a lease on the Montego Bay Sports Complex, so we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, Moby on the advance here. Efficiently handled by the Portmore defenders, although they have given up a corner. So a tough start here for Portmore. And they've already gone behind in this fixture via Devereaux McKenzie bullet strike in the 3rd minute. Not seeing Xavier Gilbert on the Mobe bench.
Not seeing him.
Not seeing Rodolphe Austin on the Portmore bench.
I think I saw Austin. I think
you saw him?
I think I did. I'm not seeing Gilbert.
Orlando Russell tumbles over from the challenge and wins the sympathy of the referee, Stefan Duar. Yeah, went up there for the header and there was a bit of a collision there, so the referee has given Portmore the benefit. Here's that play. Just a bit of a collision between...
It's Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, yeah, it's a fair call.
Gibbs may have just hurt himself just now as he went for that challenge. He looks okay now in the number 15 shirt. Long threatening ball down the middle. But no difficulties here for Montego Bay United in defense, who lead on a Devereaux McKenzie strike. Portmore's first game in the Popeyes Challenge Cup. Portmore giving up a throw deep inside their own half. So Montego Bay United continuing to press here and looking the dominant team early.
Yeah, the good thing for Portmore is that, you know, they haven't gone further behind despite the overwhelming aggression shown by Montego Bay and the possession and attacking intent. Portmore has maintained or managed to keep damage limited to just a goal. Conceded early in the 3rd minute of the contest.
Not entirely surprising, that development, because these Montego Bay United players, for the most part, have enjoyed a pretty long season of strong competitive football at this level, and the starting roster that Portmore has tonight here would not have had that kind of regular competition at this level.
So in terms of match sharpness, Montego Bay would be well ahead of them with the team that they've put out there tonight.
And it's showing at the moment.
Yeah.
There is obvious quality in this Portmore setup, but they haven't settled yet. A couple of youngsters in here as well. Jaquan Brown for Portmore, only 17 years old. Headley, a Jamaica U20 player. And Javon Grant, a 19-year-old. So Portmore sporting young players tonight. Portmore on the advance now with a throw deep. Smalls bang towards goal. Too much on it.
Yeah. I'm talking about young players for Portmore too. Young Irene Watson from Glenmuir also on the bench as well, I saw. So, yeah, young team, but with quality, as you say.
Yeah, Watson had a JPL goal earlier on this season as well, so he now knows what it's like to advertise his skills at the top level. But as you said, still just a youngster and having or needing time to develop. Moby, as we said, number 2 behind Mount Pleasant in the regular season and finished 3rd in the championship, losing the 3rd place playoff 2-3 to Mount Pleasant, who are the current Caribbean Cup champions. comfortably playing the ball out from the back, Portmore. Good sequence of passes here from the Portmore team, but Grant is taken down, the 19-year-old, and he's on a free kick here for the Portmore team on the left side.
Yeah, a couple of occasions now, the whistle from the referee, much belated. I mean, that came after 2 passes from Mobe having gained possession.
Jaquan Brown. Portmore on the attack. Ball quickly read there by Mackenzie. Now Lewis. Quick pass upfield. Oh, the assistant referee has ruled that that one crossed the touchline. Small. Well, was about to take the throw, but drops it, leaves it for Henry. Small being hounded by 2 Mobe United players. Goes along. Yeah. Problems there for Portmore with that take there on the right. Yeah, Portmore trying to get their passing game going now. Anderson. Henry. Grant. Cross threatening. One-time strike on goal. That
was Rose, is it?
Yeah, Rose. A bit of a wry smile there because that one went probably for a throw, didn't it?
More matching an attempt at an NFL goal, maybe. But yeah, Portmore settling a bit, getting a little spell of possession. So we'll be encouraged by that.
Yeah, Portmore looking a lot better now in the past 5 minutes than they did earlier on. Lewis missing that attempted headed clearance. Yeah, that pass through the middle there just didn't have enough pace on it.
It was good defending in the end from Montego Bay. Just ensured that the Portmore attacker couldn't get onto the end of it.
So we're halfway through the first half, and Devereaux McKenzie's 3rd minute strike. The difference at the moment between these 2 teams, Mobe in front of Portmore. Good industry there from Portmore in defense. But Mobe still in control. No, they've given the ball away. Real unforced error that.
Yeah, shot from way out, way off target. Not being able to match the strike of Mackenzie.
That's Merrick. Former Mount Pleasant player as well, a standout for Jamaica College in Manning Cup football.
Lovely talent he is.
Yeah. Delightful ball through. And a scrambling save there from Portmore in defense between their goalkeeper and the backtracking defender. DeAndre Brown putting the chase on, but just didn't get there in time. But a sweet ball through the middle there, just splitting the defense open. Yeah, that was it from Merrick. Maybe just a little bit, a touch too much pace on the pass, but he caressed it really. You could see him trying to just ease the ball through the space. So his plan was correct.
Yeah, it's just one of those cases where there was not enough space in behind for him to be able to get onto the end of it before the goalkeeper could close it down. So you wouldn't look at that and say it was a bad pass. It was just what was before them in terms of the space.
Yeah.
Just not enough.
Merrick, very, very exciting talent, and has already attracted the attention of the national coaches and selectors, being in the Reggae Boys setup. A player with a lot of natural talent. There's
Just
Odell Harding.
Seeing Coach Lawrence on screen there, I think just recently appointed and will be doing some work in schoolboy football, appointed head coach of Irwin High Stockhouse Cup team. Lawrence assistant coach there at Montego Bay, but also the coach of Arnett Gardens
women's team.
Yeah. Who were beaten by Fraser's Whip in the finals on Saturday.
Had spent some time at Malines as well, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Corner to Montego Bay United, looking to go 2-0 up. Threatening one this. Peyton does well, just lashes the ball away and does well to grab it second time.
It's pretty much gotten even, this contest. I mean, after the goal, maybe Mabay dominated for another, say, 5 or 7 minutes of the contest. So about the opening 10 minutes, it was all about Mabay. But pretty much even out in the last 10 or so minutes, 15 minutes. With all of that, though, Portmore, they've not had a real good sighted goal.
Yeah. Thompson, no trouble in goal there for the Montego Bay United team. Having almost flawless against St. Catherine teams in the JPL this year, apart from their early season loss to Portmore last September. Mobay have been undefeated otherwise against St. Catherine teams. Drew their other 2 Portmore matches, and then won all 3 against Donovan Holden and won all 3 against Spanish Down Police. So they've done well against St. Catherine teams, this Montego Bay United setup this season in the Jamaica Premier League.
Hearing some updates from the Chapelton Maroon Mount Pleasant game, which they're playing to go to meet JDF in the semi-finals. It's 1-1. I'm hearing from my producer. So a real battle on there. I know Mount Pleasant, they're using last time out was a fairly young team as well. A lot of young talents from the academy. But did have some senior players in there, as you said earlier. Daniel Green getting a hat-trick in that contest. So it's a mixture of youngsters and some.
Kimonis Bailey had playing time as well, didn't he?
He had playing times in that, for sure.
Quite a few, so they did include some of theirs.
Yes, for sure.
You know, their first-string players. Weatherly here with this free kick for Montego Bay United. 5 or 6 red shirts in the box looking for scoring opportunities. And the ball just kneed out there by Rose. Merrick, still Merrick, under some pressure. You don't take the ball away from him that easily. Yeah, I thought Harding was a little delayed in trying to effect that pass down the left side, and he was cut off. So approaching the half-hour mark. Mobay still leading on the Devereaux Mackenzie strike.
Yeah, a good strike, wonder strike it was, but a really accurate strike from about 22 yards out. Gave goalkeeper no chance.
Yeah, DeAndre Brown just putting some pressure on, but flailing arms there. And he was backing off eventually. Threatening ball there. McKenzie trying to keep the pressure off. Oh, what a strike, and fine save. Yeah, Thompson was right there. It went straight to him, really, but for the first time in this match, Mobay United's defense line breached, and Portmore almost scored.
Yeah, so I said they're growing in the contest. They were behind in terms of not just goal, but in terms of open play and possession. But they've certainly made up some ground.
Good skill there by Ramsey.
Realizing too that Weatherly has gone on the far side, started on the near side here.
Cross inside. Portmore having some difficulty getting the ball away. Eventually they do. Not a lot of distance on the clearance, so they've given up a throw here just about midway their own half.
Yeah, miscued clearance there that goes out for a throw-in. Be looking to restart and keep the pressure on.
DeAndre Brown fighting for the ball. Doesn't win it. Whistle though from referee Duar. Awards a free kick to Portmore United. Just in there from their defensive third. Rose now has it. So Portmore trying to fight themselves back into this game. A lot of industry being displayed by the Portmore midfielders and defenders. So Montego Bay United have not had the kind of comfort to fluently go through their defensive third, the Portmore defensive third.
Yeah, so often when you're in a game and you know you're under the coach, you have to disrupt the opponent and sometimes just get a little bit more physical and up in their face, hurrying them a little bit more. Your counter players, counter press as well have to be upped as well.
Oh, Weather looks so comfortable and skillful on the ball. Good balance and holding the ball up there.
Yeah, good player he is. Understanding too that you were talking about good team getting a start from my source of information, reliable one, saying he was not with this Montego Bay unit until about March. And then having some disagreement with the club and was out for a while.
Okay. Very early in his career, he did have a trial stint with the Los Angeles Galaxy over there in the MLS.
Yes, did for sure.
Of course, Portmore United not using their first string roster tonight, so one of their MLS experienced players, Corey Burke, not on the roster tonight. Excellent pass. Beautiful turn here from...
Oh, that pass got through.
From Miller. Trouble here for Montego Bay United, but Merrick comes back in defense, gives up a corner, but takes the pressure off.
He had to, because Rose was running onto that one, was going to let fly, and really had a good sight at goal as well. And Merrick had to make that challenge, had to make that interception. But Portmore certainly growing in it. And if you ask me, they have the run of play now.
Yeah. Pretty cool night because of the wind, because it's been pretty hot in Jamaica these days.
I can tell you, but it's been nice here.
Yeah, we have a bit of a sea breeze, so it's cooling things down a bit. Rose for Portmore. Confident on the ball.
Yeah, in his own time.
Henry's cross threatening. Oh, the swivel and the turn from Oral Miller. Only 17 years old. Part of the national under-20 setup.
Yeah.
big youngster, though.
If there's one thing you can take away from that action just now, it's the confidence. The fact that he picked it up and just in one turn was looking to let fly.
Yeah, you mentioned something earlier on, and when you have youngsters up against more experienced players like this, sometimes they go into these games with little fear.
Yeah,
you know, they're
no
young,
fear,
they want to prove themselves, so they're not carrying the stress of, you know, high expectations, and they just express themselves and play well.
And you may have an accomplished player on the other side, and the youngster may not even know too much in terms of, you tell him, oh, this player did this or that. They're not bothered by that. They just want to play.
Mackenzie, the goal scorer, just shepherds that one behind. Goal kick to Mobe.
Yeah, I remember myself, Lance, as a youngster way back then playing cricket, and I remember hitting over 3 stumps for a well-accomplished batsman. Didn't know much about it, and the skipper came up to me and said, "You know who that was?" And I said, "No." He said that was Linville Crawford, batsman for Jamaica, and all of that stuff. I didn't know that. Maybe I would have, if I had known all that. Sometimes information can be too much.
Are you a spin bowler or a fast bowler?
I was a nifty medium pacer. Swung the ball a lot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Could have you playing down the leg side and hitting out your half stump.
Not me, some other batsman.
Lance, I just told you about an accomplished batsman.
Portmore on the advance, the cross inside, but easy take there from Thompson in the Montego Bay United goal. Yeah, I played a lot of cricket in my young days as well, Dwight, so I know my way around the cricket field.
Yeah, we're sports person through and through.
Yeah. Portmore on the attack on the right flank. Won themselves a throw. Referee Dwar has had a pretty quiet game so far. Nothing.
I haven't had to call his name too much usually.
Yeah.
And they say normally that's a good indication that the referees are doing well.
Yeah, well,
you don't have to call their name too much.
He's a FIFA man. Brown sets the ball through there. Yeah, but crowded by 3 Portmore defenders, and he doesn't have the comfort, Gibbs, to make anything develop here for Montego Bay United.
I have to ask you too, Lance, what's your take on it? The fact that the FIFA World Cup is playing in our region, and for Jamaica, there's a lot that says they were disappointed that only 1 of our referees have been given a call up for it. And from what I've been reliably informed is that he will not be doing games in the middle, more so fourth official throughout.
Yeah, well, the Caribbean has produced World Cup referees in the past, Peter Prendergast, Ramdan from Trinidad and Tobago, and so on. So there is a history of Caribbean officials making it to the World Cup. But I guess if it's being staged in CONCACAF and there's not a heavy Caribbean presence there, I guess that should be a cause for concern.
Yeah.
Yeah. Grant gives the ball away, and now Mobe United are on the attack. There goes Gibbs. Slides the ball in. But Portmore's defense line alert to the danger. And there goes Grant now. Inside to Small. Anderson. His pass is cut off well by Merrick.
Yeah, I expected the whistle to go.
Yeah, he was grabbed and roughed up off the ball there. Ball robbed of the ball, but not legally. So wins a free kick for his team, Montego Bay United.
Yeah, Rose not liking the call, but Free there just demonstrating to Rose why he actually made the call. Goalkeeper from Montego Bay United needing some attention. Yeah, Dwar wanted the game to continue, but we can't continue without the referee, without the goalkeeper being down. So just indicating that, hey, I've stopped my watch here. So whatever you're doing, time will be added on for it.
Yeah. CONCACAF, by the way, announcing Tuesday, the Caribbean Cup group stage details for play starting in August. Jamaica League champions Portmore drawn in Group B with domestic rivals Cavalier. 2 teams from the Dominican Republic, Cibao FC and Salcedo FC, plus the CFU Club Shield champions.
And we have the potential, I think, for as much as 3 Jamaican teams being in a zone. If Mount Pleasant were to win the Shield, I think they would end up in that same zone.
They would.
Yeah, so meeting up with each other, a lot of familiarity would come up in that Champions Cup, that Caribbean Cup.
Harding's long kick down the middle of the Portmore defense line. Gibbs under some pressure. A bit of a risky pass back, but
I think Cooper
does well. Yeah, did well there. And now Portmore on the advance. Henry threatening. Merrick under pressure, but holds the ball well. That's a foul. Headley just crashing into the back of the Montego Bay United player, and gives up a free kick in the center circle. And I think Dewar is
saying to Rose, no more of it. I had a few conversations with him, but just saying, look, leave it, refereeing to me. As we mentioned, Cooper doing well there. Cooper had a spell too at Malines, and he was really liked at Malines. But then went out of the game for a while and wasn't really playing at the top level where I think he really belongs. Went to Falmouth United, was there, missed out narrowly last season. And so Montego Bay United saw him and decided, you know, you belong here, giving him the opportunity, and had a word with him, and he said, yeah, he's going to do it this time. He's feeling this is the moment he should be at this level.
Yeah. Whistle, free kick to Montego Bay United. Four-time champions of the Premier League, Mo Bay United. A decade ago, they were a pretty powerful unit, but they're on the defensive now. Cooper's cross threatening. Mackenzie picks up the loose ball now for Montego Bay United. Lewis. Wow, goalkeeper committing himself there. Well, the flag had gone up, I think, for offside, yeah.
I was about to say he would have to make sure that he got the ball or stop the play over there.
He was beaten for the ball, so he's lucky the flag went up. I think it was probably 55-45 in the Mo Bay United players' favor.
Yeah, it's a big decision to go that long way. I mean, it's highly unlikely that the player will score from that distance and that angle as well. And the way is that distance from goal would give defenders time to recover.
Cooper goes all the way across here to Harding. Merrick. Lewis. Mackenzie. Good skill. Portmore now on the counter. Miller. Smalls kick. Excellent pass, diagonal right across the field. Oh, that was a beautiful pass. So we're coming up to the halftime break. And Montego Bay United set to go to the break with a 1-0 advantage.
Yeah, early start, quick start out of the blocks from Mobay, and
Gibbs with a fine turn. Yeah, the goalkeeper made a decision there. His body was off, was out of the 18-yard box, but the ball wasn't.
yeah, the fans felt that he was out the box.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
He made a good decision.
One of the things that we've seen with Montego Bay too, saw them in the last game and this game too. We know we've talked about Lewis and Hardin coming from Harbourview. Hardin, when we saw him at Harbourview, was parading the left side a lot. Mobay in this Challenge Cup have used him a lot as a centre-back, left-sided centre-back.
Yeah.
Showing some versatility.
Risky play there from Cooper.
Does have the tendency, I have to say, to be a little bit nonchalant at times from his schoolboy days. Like to play. In fact, his football in alias name is Messi.
Is Messi?
Yes, they call him Messi.
Wow. As a defender?
As a defender.
Wow.
Because he has good ball handling, I have to say.
Yes.
But he plays with a little bit of nonchalance about him at times. A little bit casual sometimes.
Like the Jamaica central defender, Richard King.
Yeah, yeah.
He's as calm as you can get on a football field.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, just get them in a little bit of a spot of bother at times. But good quality players.
Four minutes added on for stoppages. A minute and a half of those four elapsing already. And a free kick here won by Montego Bay United. Weatherly down. Mobay. Here's Mackenzie again. Good build up here. Tion J. Brown. Merrick. Mackenzie. Merrick goes wide there. Sterling with a left-footed strike from distance. Ambitious, but high.
Well, having seen what Mackenzie has done, he might feel like, you know, he has the ability to do that. You know, some players always look busy when they get on the ball. That's the J. Brown for you, Lance, just the number 23 from Mobay. It's always when they get on the ball, is always just looks a lot, that's just so busy. I mean, another player that, you know, strikes you that way is Phillips. That was at Mobay, well, left Mount Pleasant to Mobay, back at Mount Pleasant. He's one of those players too. When you get on the ball, it just looks like the game goes up a little bit.
Portmore trying to force the play forward, looking to go into the half-time break with some lifeline. Cooper with a headed challenge. Sterling, Harding. Harding's clearance. Whistle from referee Duar. Free kick awarded to Montego Bay United. So we're seconds away from the halftime break. The 4 minutes added on for stoppages, almost elapsing now. And Montego Bay United are holding the advantage. Bit of a short back pass there, but they don't suffer for it immediately, although they've given up a throw. Now there's the whistle for the halftime break. So Devereaux Mackenzie's third-minute strike, the difference between these two teams at the moment. Referee Stephen Duar has had a pretty easy first half. Not a lot of foul play and maybe a little bit of chatter from Rose.
Yeah, that's the most he has had to deal with,
but,
you feel.
Yeah, but he's had a pretty easy job so far. And Montego Bay United, who we listed as the favorites based on the rosters put out tonight, are in front by 1-0.
Deservedly so too, because they've taken their chances. I have to say, Portmore, they've grown in the game as the half went on. Had a few half chances, nothing clear-cut. So Montego Bay, good for their lead, but for sure, Portmore showing signs that they're not out of it and certainly could hurt this Montego Bay United team. So we'll go to a break and we'll come back with first half highlights.
Popeyes Challenge Cup, powered by Popeyes, Lasco, Connex, Best Dressed Chicken, Red Stripe, Mackay Security.
It's finally here. It's new. Yo, I'm hungry. Man, go get Popeyes.
Yes. Oh my gosh, Popeyes have this new barbecue chicken sandwich there. Crispy barbecue chicken breast fillet, crunchy pickles, and Popeyes signature sauce. And the buns, buttery brioche. Oh my god, water.
It's new. Popeyes chicken sandwich for barbecue. Well, delicious barbecue right through. It's finally here. Popeyes barbecue chicken sandwich available everywhere. Popeyes has the new barbecue chicken sandwich.
Barbecue with a hot attitude.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Looking for reliable ICT technical support in the Caribbean? Look no further than Connex. Stay connected with your loved ones and businesses, no matter where you are in paradise. Connex keeps you connected. Upgrade your network and embrace solar energy for your schools and businesses. Connex ensures seamless connectivity and sustainability. Connex, your trusted partner for telecom networking, software development, and solar installations. We design, install, connect, we deliver.
Yo, this is Governor representing of the CVM, you know. C-Tapen and CVM right now. Yeah.
Popeyes Challenge Cup, powered by Popeyes, Lasco, Connex, Best Dressed Chicken, Red Stripe, Mackay Security.
We're at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex for Popeyes Challenge Cup football, and it's a quarterfinal match between the reigning Jamaica Premier League champions Portmore United and Montego Bay United. Montego Bay United leading by 1-0, and it's been a first half that turned out to be competitive because Portmore got into the game later on. But Montego Bay United bossed the opening minutes of this game. Lewis with a right-footed cross, and look at that strike from Devereaux McKenzie. That one went like a rocket on the underside of the crossbar and in. 2 weeks in a row he has scored a brilliant strike. His winner eliminated Med Forest last week. Tamar Lewis here to Ewan Weatherly. Weatherly does well here. He gets the left-footed strike on, but no power on that effort. And an easy job there for Peyton in the goal. Some trouble here for the Mobe defense, but the powerful strike from Miller was well held by Thompson in goal. Miller trying to pivot and spin with a right-footed strike there, but didn't really get a good hold of the shot. So the first half shows Montego Bay United in front. 7 shots attempted on goal, 2 on target. Portmore had 4 shots on goal, none of them on target. Both teams had 2 corners each. Montego Bay United having superior ball possession at 53%. 9 fouls committed by them, 8 fouls committed by Portmore United. No yellow cards, no red cards, no offside so far in this fixture. But the important statistic on this match at the moment at halftime: Popeyes Challenge Cup quarterfinal action. Montego Bay United in front by 1-0 on a Devereaux McKenzie strike. And we go to break. When we come back, we get ourselves ready for the second half here at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex.
Every dream conquered is another
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Arthur Higgins and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
The walls of this storied stadium demand of each and every person that dons the famous red and black stripes nothing short of excellence, regardless of age, familiarity, or talent level. So for Arnett Gardens FC, this Popeyes Challenge Cup campaign is another title to be added to their ranks. For the management team of the Junglists, an opportunity for the youngsters to bask in the spotlight while cementing themselves as worthy of top-flight football and beyond. But the aim is always to win it all.
The players should understand the task. They have been here for a while. That the club we need some local silverware. The last silverware was the CL, the Champions League. I think we want to make some changes, and this is a perfect opportunity for the youngsters to go out and showcase themselves.
Speaking of the next generation, former Excelsior High standout Shadiko Wizard has been relishing the Popeyes Challenge Cup thus far, and he has his eyes set squarely on the trophy.
I'm feeling very excited. The team is very excited also. You know, it's a match that we'll be looking forward to, so we are ready. I was ready though for that game, so I did what we did what we came here to do, get the win, move on. You know, we are looking forward to the next match. I am very hungry. You know, I've been training hard. The team, all in all, has been training hard. They're putting in the work to get this trophy, and we're looking forward to winning it.
The youthful duo of Ronaldo Lawrence and Siobhan Watson echoed the sentiments of their teammate.
It's an intense one, I expect a physical game. It's just that the mood in the camp is great. Everyone look forward to it, and we are ready for it. You know, as a player, everyone wants to win trophy. Trophy just boosts the confidence overall, and it will be great. It will be a good one for the community. You know, it's been a while that we don't win a trophy, so we're looking forward to it.
Yeah. For me, it would have been the biggest trophy I ever win, and I feel like for the rest of them, because most of us are young, so I feel like it would be big for the rest of us. I would be really motivating going into the next Premier League season. Vibe nice, man. Good training and thing. Love the intensity in training. Nice vibe. Everybody happy for play. Like the challenge.
For skipper Jadine White, having taken along with him championship pedigree from previous club Cavalier, he has the utmost confidence in his young teammates.
To play in the next round.
Well, we are excited. We are hungry. We want to bring success to the club. So tomorrow is another opportunity for us to go out there and play some quality football and get to the semi-final. Me being a part of the team helps boost morale, because I would think the players trust me to do what I do best in the goal, you know, and I can rely on them to do what they do, and that's how the team will function, and that's how we will get the results. So I think just my presence, being a part of the team, a part of a young setup, it helps the players to be confident in what we're doing. I think the players are ready. They are in competition otherwise, so they are match fit and they are hungry to prove themselves that they want to be a mainstay in the Premier League next season. So I think they will come out tomorrow and be defiant against a JDF team.
With inexperience, especially in cup football, the crowd can become either a shot of confidence or a source of nervousness, especially for the young players at a big club.
You know, the whole community, critics. If you not play good, critics. If you're playing good, you know they praise you. So it's something that they expect. From you put on the Arnett gears, you know, say you're going to look forward to all that.
So when you put on the shirt, you know, say you have to work. You have to work for this. And then while you're on the field too, yes, you hear them, but you have to just know, say, you have to block them out and just play your game. Because nobody supports a loser. When you win, then you support you, but when you lose, you hear all type of things. But that's how you go.
Even last night, some Arnett supporters are saying to me that, hey, it might be new, we still want it. So I understand their hunger for trophies. It's a big club, and we are expected to deliver every time we come out on the field. Sometimes they are hard to please, but we understand, you know. But with them behind us, I'm sure we can get some results on the board and hopefully deliver the trophy that they'd like.
With these young stars of tomorrow shouldering the expectations of an entire fan base, the Popeyes Challenge Cup is a must-win for the Junglists.
There are many ways to win a fight. In 90 minutes, in a league you have 90 minutes, you can decide, say, a draw might be the best result. But in a knockout, a kill or be killed, and it's quite simple. Someone has to die on the day, someone has to be eliminated from the competition. So the teams have to know that, my team has to know that, and we just have to come out here and make sure that we are the one that advance to the next round.
Lasco Food Drink is everything you need to support your family's nutrition. Have it at home or take it with you every day for all-day energy. Lasco Food Drink has your favorite flavors, including low-sugar options, so you sacrifice nothing. Packed with protein, calcium, vitamins, minerals, including iron. Lasco Food Drink is the winning taste and nutrition for your family. Nutrition never tasted so good.
Also try Lasco La Soy as a lactose-free alternative.
Link. The missing link. Link virtual card. Sign up for Link from your app store. Select cards to activate your virtual card. And start shopping.
Popeyes Challenge Cup. Powered by Popeyes, Lasco, Connex, Best Dressed Chicken, Red Stripe, Mackay Security.
We're back at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex for the second half of this Popeyes Challenge Cup quarterfinal between Portmore United and Montego Bay United. Moby United leading by 1-0 on a Devereux McKenzie third-minute strike. And Portmore United improving their game to the latter part of the first half. Let's see what they'll have in store for us, Dwight, in the second half. Portmore United.
Yeah, they've gone into the game for sure, having gone behind early in the third minute and had some half chances, some positive moments going forward. But they'll feel like they're still in it, and the fact that it's only a goal for all the dominance that Montego Bay showed early in the contest, probably opening 15 minutes or so, Mobay were quite dominant in it, 10-15 minutes, and after that Portmore grew in it. So they would have seen stuff in it to suggest that they can get the better of Montego Bay, maybe if they can get it right in that final third in terms of the right decisions, the right passes. But Mobay, they do have quality and experience out there, and if Portmore were to go two behind, it could be a difficult proposition for them to haul this game back.
Yeah, so the kickoff and Portmore now with control in their own half.
Substitution for Portmore United. Player number 4, Roger Wright, has been replaced by player number 9, Orain Watson. Also, player number 12,
Portmore making a couple of changes. Watson
by player number 22, Orlando
in for
Angel.
Wright.
Substitution in the 46th minute, unofficial time.
That's one of two. I'll give you the second one in a moment. Sterling picks out Lewis in the middle with a very accurate pass. Yeah, Weatherly almost squeezing through there, but tumbled over from the challenge. Yeah, Weatherly still hurt. A delicate pass played through there behind the defender from Timar Lewis, but Weatherly could not beat the defender for the ball.
So yeah, we see Portmore making some substitution. Watson, as we say, coming on, a player scored a lot of goals at schoolboy football level for Glenmuir. He has 1 goal, you say, at this senior level in terms of Premier League. Certainly right time for him to get another tonight.
Yeah, he's on for Rogel Wright.
I think the other substitution is their number 22 coming in. It's Prince Lewis. I think he came in for the number 12. Andrew Anderson.
Yeah, Portmore looking a lot more confident on the ball now than they did early in the game. But they still have this 1-0 deficit to recover from. Small. No press at the moment from Mobe United. Forceful pass played forward, but Sterling wins it expertly. Merrick. Harding. Merrick's forceful pass upfield here to... That was Lewis who's come on. Now Sterling gets, or attempts to get the cross in, but doesn't defect the cross and gives up a goal kick. Malachi Sterling, 5 Jamaica Premier League goals this season for Montego Bay United. Approaching 4 minutes into the second half, and pretty quiet start here for both teams. Mobe United just content at the moment with the advantage they've got in the game. Passing the ball around when they get it and not really pressing the Portmore defense line much. Henry. Cooper. His pass is cut off. Here's Lewis. Brown. Lewis. Sterling has some room here, loses his balance, but recovers really well. Neat pass into Lewis. I think he thought Gibbs was a lot closer to the play. Really strong challenge there, Cooper and Merrick going for the ball. Harding was captain, I think, of the Harbourview team when they won the championship in 2022. Here yes, he is on the advance. Lewis.
Originally from Westmoreland, so playing for Montego Bay, closer to home it is.
Yeah. Did he play for that St. Elizabeth team, that hotel team that had played in the Premier League 1 year? Wow. Right between the legs. Sterling's cross. Dangerous, but Payton gets there for Portmore in goal. I was thinking he probably played for Sandals. Sandals had played 1 year of Premier League football. Small with it for Portmore. Grant. Get it back in the defense line to Headley. No press at all from the Mobay team at the moment. They're just pretty much saying to the Portmore team that you're trailing, so you've got to chase this game, not us. Oh, there's Rudolph Austin, Premier League winning coach, and a man.
As I said,
because
I
of his
saw him
humble,
earlier.
yeah, because of his humble disposition, a lot of people may not realize how impressive his CV is. He was a Premier League winner as a player with Portmore in 2004 and 2008. Also won a CFU Club Championship with Portmore. Played in England, where he was briefly captain of Leeds United. Also played UEFA Champions League football. Good strike there, well, good build up there from Grant, but his left-footed strike was over the top in the end. But a purposeful move here from the Portmore number 14, the 19-year-old former Eltham player. Did really, really well there, but his finishing strike needed to be a lot better.
Yeah, certainly. But again, encouraging from Portmore. And as I said, if they just can get a little bit more quality in that final third, he can worry this Montego Bay unit more, because they are getting a few look-ins.
Gibbs. Sterling. Well read there by Headley. Harding gets the header out, gives up a throw here to Portmore. Close to the halfway line. Grant takes a throw quickly. Portmore with some room on the left side to work with. Now the area is getting crowded as the Montego Bay United defense line tries to close up those spaces.
Probably the pace of the game also suiting Montego Bay as well. They're leading this contest. It's pedestrian. It's slowed down significantly compared to what we saw early in that first half, for the majority of it rather.
Yeah. Lewis twisting and turning there, but eventually wins a free kick.
I guess a goal for Portmore would make this very interesting, but I guess that would put us into the realms of possibility of going all the way tonight. But
yeah, several blue shirts there across the area. Oh, that one to the near post, and Thompson has an easy take-in goal for Montego Bay United. Lewis puts a chase onto it, but
in the wind here, goalkeeper not navigating it well.
Yeah, pretty careless play there from Portmore. Sloppy work there from Henry, the number 14, and Mobay United getting ready to make a change here with Carlando Morris, youngster from Cornwall College, about to get some playing time.
Yeah, coming in for Dean Weatherly.
Johan Weatherly.
Johan Weatherly, sorry.
His dad stopped playing a long time ago. Yes, yes. Pretty big unit, this teenager.
Yeah, did score a lot of goals for them in the Costa Cup.
Yeah, I think he had about a 20-goal season, didn't he? Still only 15 years old, I'm told. Yeah, a pretty big unit.
He was in the Jamaica on the 14 setup, was he? Yeah. Some goals for them as well.
Grant goes charging away down the right side now for Portmore.
Carlando Morris. Substitution in the
Cross,
56th
threatening.
minute.
Mackenzie gets there first. Portmore on the advance. Small does really well here. Excellent pass inside. Wins a corner. Russell, a lot of pace there to get to that ball.
Yeah, I think it was Rose in the middle of the park that really did well to keep possession for Portmore at the time. Skipping past 2 challenges from Obey and then sending that one forward. I guess he settled down to playing football and not looking to disturb the referee.
Corner to Portmore. Threatening. Wow. Headed almost off the line. Was that?
I wonder if it looks like Cooper. That's the way he flung himself at it. It is Cooper.
Wow.
That was a goal-saving header.
It certainly was, because it beat Thompson for sure.
Yeah, trademark of him. He likes to show himself like that from a long time ago, but he makes good contact normally.
This one a little further out. And I think this one has gone for a goal kick. But yeah, close shave there for Mobay United.
Yeah, good header. The football is Cooper. He is. It's quite a lot at schoolboy level at the other end in terms of the opponent's goal. But yeah, that was right off the line, Lance.
That was going in for sure.
Definitely going in. And I think literally off the line, in line with that. Was definitely a goal-saving header.
Yeah. The goalkeeper was badly beaten there. Yeah. Thompson. And you'll have to thank Cooper when this one is over. If the score remains the same and they get the narrow win. Oh, the ball is played back. I think it was intended for the defender.
Yeah, it was, but it was behind him.
Yeah, and the goalkeeper was right there, luckily. So, Grant doing some fancy footworks there deep. Yeah,
the substitute felt he was by himself playing on the spark.
Yeah,
just
Lewis.
The way he controlled that and
yeah,
seemed to think he had more time than he did.
Henry again. Headley. Loose ball in midfield, picked up there by Mackenzie. Morris was under some pressure there, wasn't able to keep it.
Yeah, Cooper again coming across. He's had a decent game, not just because of that clearance, but apart from that sort of casual pass that almost got him into trouble. For the most part, he's read it well, he's intercepted well, and intervened quite well in terms of the header just now.
Threatening cross inside. Thompson does well. He was under pressure. So just past the hour mark, and Mobay continuing to hold the advantage. DeAndre Brown fighting for possession. Whistle. Free kick to Montego Bay United. Mackenzie doing well there. Portmore still in the game. They've looked a little bit more settled as this game goes on. Got themselves an opportunity, 2 opportunities since the break, including the ball headed off the goal line by Cooper, which was certainly heading into the goal.
Yeah, it was definitely goal bound. But as long as it's 1-0, they'll feel like there's that chance for them to get back in the contest.
Mackenzie's defensive header. Brown. Moby on the attack. Brown under pressure, loses possession. Lewis in a tight space does well to keep the ball. Lewis with a strike on goal. Wide of the target.
Yeah, I'm not sure goalkeeper was going to get to it if it was in the top corner. It just looked like he had just given up on it and decided, praying and hoping it goes wide. Let me see what he was doing. Yeah.
He knew where it was.
Yeah,
I think he knew where his post was, yeah. Yeah, pretty awkward fall there.
Understanding that the match at Drax Hall between Chapelton Maroons and Mount Pleasant has gone to penalties. Not sure if it was 1-1 still, but certainly they were tied up after the end of regular time.
Yeah,
it was at 1-1 at one time, the last score we heard, so might have stayed that way. So they're in penalties now.
The winner of that fixture to tackle JDF in Saturday's semi-final. JDF defeating Arnett Gardens on penalties in the earlier fixture here at the Tony Spalding Sport Complex. Malines defeated True Juice 2-1 earlier and on a quarterfinal as well. And Malines will face the winner of this Mobe Portmore match in the semis. Yeah, Mackenzie looks badly hurt. He fell badly and he looks shaken at the moment. And he'll be off for a while and may be replaced because he does look a bit unsteady.
Yeah, he does. So they'll have to do the checks with him.
Yeah, the man who is responsible for the Montego Bay United lead here with Lewis just getting the ball right across the area. Open space here for Mackenzie to drive powerfully off the underside of the crossbar. And Peyton had no chance. The ball just flew past his hands. And Mackenzie strikes his second Challenge Cup goal.
Yeah, the momentum. He had so much space to run onto. Settled himself, was unchallenged, unbothered, unhurried. And give good players time and space. That's a perfect example of it, because the quality was top draw.
Yeah.
Substitution for Portmore United, player number 11.
Yeah, Portmore United getting ready to make another sub.
Player number 13, Shaquan Hardware.
Oh, Miller is off. And Terrain Hall is now on, the number 15 there. You had a look at the substitute Hall, who is now on. Foul. Free kick to Montego Bay United, away on the right side. Timar Lewis will strike it. Four or five red shirts in the 18-yard box to aim at for Lewis. Let's see how well he places this left-footed free kick toward the penalty spot. I guess that's just about where he's aiming for. No, straight to the goalkeeper. Yeah, you've got to get your players a chance.
Yeah, when your players commit like that, certainly a lot of players out of position. You have defenders who always go up to try and get onto the end of those balls.
Yeah. Merrick. What an aggressive challenge there from Headley. Putting the challenge on Morris, the 15-year-old. Letting the youngster know immediately that he's in a big man's game. Merrick. Whistle. I think there's a player down here. That's Ramsey. Yeah, Ramsey's down. Not too sure what happened there, but the referee's attention was called on. And yeah, Ramsey is now in a sitting position. And hopefully for Montego Bay United, he'll be up and back in business in short order. We're midway the second half, and Montego Bay United continuing to lead the fixture. Yeah, Ramsey does look a little unsteady. His body language does suggest some discomfort, and maybe he'll be replaced. He did say something to the physio just now. I'm not exactly sure what he said, but the physio may have to relay that information to the team bench. Grant. Portmore trying to build something now on the left. Double teamed. But Portmore still having possession. Oh, good challenge there by Lewis. I think he's won a throw as well. Approaching the 70-minute mark, and Portmore United are still battling hard to try to get themselves back into the game. Javon Anglin comes on as a second-half substitute here for Montego Bay United. A 17-year-old debuted in the Jamaica Premier League this year in that Spanish Town Police 5-0 victory. So Mobe United also giving some of their teenagers an opportunity here in the Challenge Cup.
Yeah, a lot of the teams doing that, using it as an opportunity to give them game time and also to get a clearer indication of their readiness.
Mount Pleasant, we're told, just won on penalties in their fixture against Chapelton Maroons. So they are through now to Saturday's semi-final. Mount Pleasant, the reigning Caribbean Cup champions and third placers in the just concluded Jamaica Premier League, through to the Popeyes Challenge Cup semi-final on Saturday. And they'll be up against Jamaica Defence Force. I remember back in the 1980s when I was doing a lot of radio commentary on the National League. At the time it was called the National Craveney Premier League. Yeah. The Soldiers were a pretty strong team. They went through some years in the 80s of being strong. What a good challenge that was. From Small, I think it was, or Rose. Yeah. Really impressive tackle there, just robbing Montego Bay United of an opportunity to push on goal. Whistle from referee Duar. Free kick won by Montego Bay United. Malachi Sterling will take it. Cooper's pass is intercepted. Whistle. No. Yeah, there was the whistle. And a card as well from referee Dwar. I think that's the first yellow card of the match.
I was thinking on it too.
Not even sure who it was for. Second yellow card, we're told.
The game has been played quite easy in good spirit, I have to say.
Caution issued to Portmore United player number 20, Jaheim Rose.
Rose finally gets in. I'm not sure if he talked himself into it. He was warned in the first half.
Yeah.
It was coming, you could say then.
Yeah. Oh, that's a foul. Anglin pushed from the back. The 17-year-old looking speedy and alert early in his time on the field. Sterling with it for Montego Bay United. Cooper. Mackenzie.
The caution was issued, in fact, to the Bay United's number 12, Tamar Lewis, in the 72nd minute.
So Lewis got the yellow card.
Yeah. It was Tamar Lewis.
Yeah, Rose shielding the ball well and winning a free kick. Has played well, Rose, captaining this Portmore United team today. Hall gets a lateral pass across to the left side. Referee's whistle. Awards a free kick to Montego Bay United, deep inside their own half. Approaching 74 minutes now, and no change to the scoreline since the 3rd minute when Devereaux Mackenzie's right-footed bullet strike sent Mo Bay United in front. A prolific scoring team, Montego Bay United.
Yeah, the highest scoring team in the just concluded regular season of the Premier League.
Yeah.
What, 10 goals better than their nearest?
79 goals in the regular season.
Yeah.
Defensively, though, not the best. In fact, conceded
45.
more goals, 45, than any other team that reached the playoffs.
Yeah.
So defensively, they haven't been as impressive, Montego Bay United, as they had been offensively. But their offense at the moment has them in front in this game.
It's been something that has been said about Xavier Gilbert coach team. He likes to play on the front foot, very aggressive attackingly, and sometimes just probably not finding the balance.
Portmore on the advance here, slightly overhit that pass, and Harding comes charging defensively to tidy things up here for Montego Bay United. Whistle, free kick to Portmore. Hindside, the Montego Bay United half. Headley's pass over to the left. Strong cross across the goal mouth. No room to shoot here.
Yeah, he wanted to strike it first time once it fell out of the sky.
Yeah. Wow, Lewis gets in the way. Yeah, pushed off the ball eventually there by Sean Headley, but Lewis has done a lot of blocking and covering that midfield area well tonight.
Yeah, he has a decent outing for him. Credited with the assist as well.
That's right. appears to have a slightly different role here at Montego Bay United from how I remember him at Harbourview. He did appear at Harbourview to have a lot more offensive duties and was a lot more forward in his play than he is now with Montego Bay United.
Yeah, a lot of times now just looking more like an 8, somewhat. Yeah.
Only 3 goals in the Premier League season, and the way he played at Harbourview, you would think that he would score more goals if he was more forwardly placed on the field or positioned on the field. But that's going to be a yellow card. DeAndre Brown deciding that he can't allow that much room to Mr. Rose, and he gets a yellow card, pulling back the shirt. So this could be a threat. Yeah, here it is. Not allowing Rose to get away. Now Montego Bay United find themselves defending. And the shot from some distance though. A 3-man wall. 4-man wall set up for Montego Bay United. Referee Duar ensures that they are 10 away.
It's such a distance that if you get your technique right, up and down can work, not too close.
By player number 21, Sean Barnaby.
A lot of power on the shot, right through the wall. Again, defensive work here from the Portmore, the Montego Bay United team, and now scrambled away eventually.
I think it was twice Cooper again who had cleared it, headed one off the line. I think when we see the replay, he would have been the one who got in the way, not once but twice on that Portmore attack.
Well, Portmore have had their chances here to draw level. That was the latest occasion.
Yeah, it's Cooper on the ground, but let's have a look here. I think it was him again. Here, yes, it was him with that interception, and then again,
twice,
and again, probably 3 times,
and
getting himself.
Mackenzie with the final clearance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Portmore will look back at these opportunities and recognize that they did have opportunities to draw level here.
Yeah, they have had a few, and if Montego Bay were to go on to win it, they will, as you say, probably lift Cooper off the pitch.
You know, Cooper looks hurt now, but his valuable contribution tonight for Montego Bay United cannot be understated.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not surprising to me, who have worked with him for about 2 or 3 seasons at William Knibb.
Yeah, looks to have got his toes crunched as he desperately tried to fend off the onrushing Portmore men. Portmore with the left-sided move now. Mobe defending for their lives. Henry under some pressure. Does well to keep possession. Excellent work by Malachi Sterling. Goal kick to Montego Bay United.
Yeah, Portmore probably realizing that time's running out and just need to up the ante somewhat. This is as close as they come to equalizing on the night, just now on that free kick. But not the first time tonight. Thwarted by the presence of Cooper. None more so than the header. It was literally off the line.
Strike on goal by Gibbs, I think that was. No venom though on the shot.
It's a type of game, Lance, that we're almost into that territory, but we have such discussion or mention. But But it's the type of game that, yeah, it's 1-0 that would win it. But it's a game where the goal scorer is not necessarily at the top of the pile for. It's a great goal, don't get me wrong, but when you look at the performance of a Cooper and the amount of intervention that he has made, that is equal to scoring a goal in terms of its effect on the game, not once but twice or 3 times, then he could be right up there in the reckoning.
Yeah. Good alert work there from Sterling.
In the end, he looked like he just ran out of strength in the legs.
Yeah. Young angling there with a 50-yard run up the ball or run with the ball.
He just needed to have gone to the corner flag if he didn't see an option.
Yeah. Sterling loses his balance and the ball. Referee Dewar awards a free kick to Montego Bay United, has he?
It seems he did. I'm not sure if it didn't look like he was on his way down. But might have been helped in doing so. Let's have a look here. Yeah, maybe never got back his balance.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really sideways. It wasn't shoulder to shoulder. It was definitely from the back, from behind.
The attempted cross there by Anglin. Not firm enough. And doesn't find the target.
Yeah, that one went out.
Throw to Montego Bay United. 7 minutes remaining in normal time. But Portmore United certainly keeping Montego Bay United honest. And they are fully aware, Mo Bay United, that they're in a game tonight.
Yeah, the young charges of Portmore, they've really, despite not getting the goal yet, because I have to say yet, still have some 6 or so minutes to play, put up a sterling performance tonight. You get the feeling it could have gone really bad for them, having conceded so early, could have been blown away, but certainly grew into the game and definitely made a game off it.
Yeah. I would say within 10 minutes of conceding the goal, they started to settle.
Yes.
And started to, assert themselves in the game. But they've been chasing. They've been chasing because they conceded in the 3rd minute. Timar Lewis. Left-footed. Threatening right across the box. Wow. Morris missed it. Well, the ball was sort of in his midsection, so it was a little hard for him to do something with that ball.
It certainly went.
Just sort of crashed into his midsection.
Before he could really react.
Yeah.
And it's difficult to get a redirection of the ball with that area.
Yeah. And the situation like that, though, is because the ball sprays between a cluster of players, so it's not like he could set himself up
properly anticipate it coming his way.
But it was a very, very threatening free kick from Timar Lewis. Really, really well placed, right into the heart of the Portmore defense line. And
it wasn't a lot of traffic too, so the goalkeeper just couldn't come.
Yeah. Less than 5 minutes of normal time remaining, and Montego Bay United still clutching on to the advantage. Here's the free kick once again. Hit with some power. Yeah, and Morris got there, but it's like he almost handled it as well because the ball just crashed into his midsection. Low and hard to the near post. Trying to prevent the ball from going behind for a corner, but they haven't succeeded in doing that.
No, not at all.
Yeah, so they've
and the
given up
delivery we
another
saw
corner.
from Lewis, it's not to take out the cliches where persons would say once the ball is in the 6 yard, it's the keeper's ball. I mean, a situation like that, there's no way you could blame him for not coming because there was so much traffic and it's going to the back post.
Yeah. Wow, the ball hooked back inside there by young Morris. He did really well there. And have they won themselves yet another corner?
That one, good effort to try and keep that, well, not try, but keep that one in. And
that was really well done. That's not an easy technique.
No, not at all.
He was airborne and had to twist his body in a way to whip the ball back inside to the near post again. This time, the header out, throw to Montego Bay United. Pressure stays on Portmore.
And certainly at the end of the park where Mobay United wants the ball to be at. Leading this contest by a goal to nil with some 3 minutes or so to go. Just time to be added on.
Yeah, they're minutes away from booking their spot in the semi-finals against Moulins on Saturday.
Yeah, if they were to get another one here, you know, that would be it.
Wow.
The goalkeeper not in the frame.
And just a step too far ahead of DeAndre Brown.
Yeah.
Was he on?
Well, the flag never went up.
Wow.
That done?
Ball certainly was in his range, but he just really didn't get to it. Headley goes wide to the left here for Portmore. Time running out on them. Long searching ball into the 18-yard box.
It's hard in with that clearance.
Yeah, wasting no time there. Gets the ball away.
Yeah, it's that stage of the game where there's nothing fancy about it that the defenders will look to execute. Just try and get it out the danger zone.
Small goes right across the edge of the 18, just by the D, putting pressure here on the Montego Bay United defense line. Grant. Still Grant. Doesn't find his target. Gibbs wins it here for Montego Bay United and goes galloping away down the right side. Fouled. Free kick to Mobay.
As we saw Small, as you mentioned, Small just now searching ball going forward. Small and Cooper would have played in that same year against each other, William Nib, Cedric Titus, in that time frame. So know each other quite well.
Grant in a tussle for the ball.
Lovely move.
Good skill. Anglin. Threatening cross, really great cross. Excellent work there, I think, from Lewis. Hits the ball behind for a corner, but may have hurt himself in the process.
I'm not sure it went out for a corner.
Best cross from Anglin so far. He's gotten a couple of them on the left side there, but didn't quite get them in properly. That was perfectly done. Yeah, here he's just changes his pace here.
Yeah, got away from Small.
Yeah. Morris went for the header, and there may have been a collision there with the defender as well, but that was a really, really threatening move. And Anglin did really well on the flank there. The 17-year-old.
Well, 4 minutes has been added on to this one.
Yeah.
Go a little bit more than that with that stoppage just now. Any goal from Mobay now seals it.
Yeah.
What more you feel is now trying to send this one into penalties. That's the most you think they can get out of this game from here. But first they need to get the ball.
4 minutes will be added to the second half.
Sterling's throw inside. DeAndre Brown trying to turn his man, but not quite successful. But still fighting for the ball. Appears to be shoved from behind, and that's going to be a free kick.
Yeah, I was about to say, hasn't really gotten into the game, Brown. He's been there or thereabout, teetering on the edge. Turning over from time to time, but he's won his team not just a free kick in a dangerous position, but valuable time here.
Yeah. I think it was Shaquan Hardware with a shove there, blatant, and the referee was within yards of the play, so he wouldn't have missed that for sure. Lewis looks interested.
Yeah.
Peyton may have some work to do here in the Portmore United goal. A four-man wall here being set up by Portmore. Lewis behind it.
Fairly tall Portmore wall.
So too, is that Merrick as well? Yeah, I think Merrick would be the one striking this one.
Yeah, Gibbs is there, but he's just a spectator.
Gotta be a left-footed strike. Montego Bay United trying to seal it. What a strike! Off the post! Good work by the goalkeeper, but I think the post helped him as well.
Yeah, certainly did help him. I think it was just dipping in front of him, made it a bit difficult for him. Might have just bounced in front of him. Had to get down smartly at that post and was bailed out by goalkeeper's best friend, as they call it.
Whistle. Free kick to Portmore. Midway their own half. So they're putting the hurry on now, Portmore, because they have less than a minute to draw an equalizer here.
Yeah, just route one now. Just get it up into that area, see if they can cause some confusion for Montego Bay.
Yeah, the header on goal, but goalkeeper Thompson is right there, and the assistant referee's flag had also gone up in the meantime.
And you feel that's that. Let's have a look at the free kick here. Yeah, just in front of the goalkeeper. Always difficult. Yeah. But he did well, you have to say. Parried onto the post.
Yeah, really good strike it was. Really, really good strike. The kind of strike that you can't really get power on it because power will take the ball over maybe. Just enough placement.
And just dipping right in front of the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Portmore needs to get this ball forward quickly. We're about 13 seconds or so away from this final whistle. We judge.
Well, the 4 minutes elapsing, so we're on borrowed time now. Long ball floated in. Last chance here, maybe for Portmore. Wow.
Yeah, it was Rose who was on the end of it.
But he just couldn't get the boot to the ball. The ball just squeezed past him. I think that might be it.
Well, that certainly is it, I think.
Wow, the very last seconds of the game.
Yeah, and Mobe didn't deal with that long ball well. Let's have a look here. Just a route one thing. Yeah, could he have just swung that right boot?
Yeah, there was pressure on him from Sterling.
Yeah, but I didn't see any movement of the foot, you know, to suggest, you know.
And there's a final whistle from referee Dwar. Montego Bay United from the 3rd minute strike from Devereaux McKenzie, clutching on to the 1-0 advantage and getting the result that sends them to the semi-finals on Saturday against Moulins. The other semi-final to be played between JDF and Mount Pleasant. JDF and Mount Pleasant both winning on penalties today. Mount Pleasant over Chapelton Maroons at Drax Hall and JDF over Arnett Gardens right here at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex. There's Dwight Merrick, whose free kick almost scored in stoppage time a short while ago. But they've done enough, Montego Bay United, to book their spot in the semis. Spirited challenge from Portmore, who had more than a couple of chances to draw level, but just didn't finish.
Yeah, they certainly grew in the game, and up to that last ball, last seconds of the game, felt close to Rose, who just need to have a swing at it. Probably wouldn't be perfect, but you never know. But yeah, they grew in it from that first goal they conceded after 3 minutes. After about 10 minutes of dominance from Mobe, it was pretty even towards the end, and even epitomized by the fact that they got a chance with the last seconds played by referee Dua.
Yeah, so their travel back to Montego Bay tonight should be a happy one for Montego Bay United. This goal in the 3rd minute. Lewis turning well, just spraying the ball across goal. Acres of room for Devereaux McKenzie to pump the ball, unstoppable with a right boot. Payton had no chance. The ball just flew between his hands. And McKenzie celebrates his second Popeyes Challenge Cup goal in a week. Lewis was pivotal tonight. Gets Johan Weather in here. Weather is left-footed strike, though, doesn't have any venom on it. And Payton makes it easy taking the Portmore goal. Some trouble here for the Montego Bay United team as Grant gets away from Devereaux McKenzie, but the shot in the end was easily handled. Portmore threatening again here, and the youngster Miller just twisting and trying to get the shot off. Doesn't get a hold of the shot, and Cooper with the save off the line. The closest Portmore went to scoring tonight. They went close here as well. Grant 2 or 3 times. Cooper getting in with a block, and Devereaux McKenzie with a final clearance in the end. Yeah, there's the ball headed off the goal line by Cooper, who was tremendous tonight for this Montego Bay United team. The substitute does really good work down the flank here. Angling his cross inside. Morris going up for it, but Lewis there as well. And here is one of the final plays of the match with Dwight Merrick's free kick almost squeezing past goalkeeper Payton. Got his hands to it, and then the ball deflected off his left post. Right at the end, a chance here for Portmore to draw level, and Small Rose just unable to squeeze that one in. So Montego Bay United getting the victory by 1-0. They had 13 attempts on goal, Montego Bay United, 4 of them on target. Portmore United less than half the number of attempts, 6 with 1 on target. 5 corners forced by Montego Bay United, 4 by Portmore, who bossed possession 55%. They had 16 fouls, this Montego Bay United team, to Portmore United's 21. 2 yellow cards for Montego Bay United, 1 for Portmore, and there was 1 offside call in the match for Portmore United. But competitive quarter-final fixture this has been between Portmore United and Montego Bay United. Portmore, the recently crowned Premier League champions in Jamaica for the 8th time, a record 8th time, but their bid for the double ends tonight as they are exiting the Popeyes Challenge Cup. Kimani is downstairs with post-match interviews.
All right, thank you. I'm joined by assistant coach of Montego Bay United, Dylan Tellwell. Coach, you're into the next round. A 1-0 victory in the end. Speak to me about the performance.
Well, it's a good performance for my team tonight. I think from the get-go, we showed that we need to be in the semi-finals, and I think the guys go out there and give a good account of themselves.
A lot of changes since the last game, coach, but it shows the depth that you have. Do you think you can go all the way, and do you have a bit of pressure since you're a Premier League team going all the way as well?
Yeah, we can go all the way once the guys believe in themselves, and we just got to take it a game at a time. You know, we're on to the semi-finals, so we just got to prepare and plan and see how best the guys can execute in the next round.
Thank you, coach. All the best.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yeah, that was Coach Tellwell of Montego Bay United. And now I'm joined by Coach Smith of Portmore United. They lost out 1-0 in the end, and we'll be getting his thoughts now. Coach Smith, it was a narrow defeat in the end. Anything that didn't go according to plan from your perspective in the game?
We didn't plan to lose. A brilliant goal beat us today, but you could see we have a few youngsters in the team from the under 18 and under 20s. Proud to see them on the pitch. Not an excuse, but a nice goal, as I said, by Mobi. We just regroup and come again.
Yeah, do you think that your boys left it to in the end, in front of goal, maybe they had a few chances they should have put away from your perspective?
Yeah, from even the first half, they could be a little bit more effective in front of the goal in the final third. You know, we told them at halftime we were getting in positions where we could create a little bit more. You know, we were delaying a little bit too much, and it cost us in the end.
All right, thank you, coach. Looking forward to seeing you next year.
Yeah, man, thanks.
Yeah, so Ricardo Smith there, the Portmore assistant coach, and Dylan Telwell, who conducted things from the sidelines for Montego Bay United tonight, getting the result they needed to get into the semi-finals. So the semi-finals on Saturday at the Tony Spalding Sports Complex now set. The 2026 Popeyes Challenge Cup semis will have Montego Bay United taking on Malines and the Jamaica Defence Force against Mount Pleasant. And here's our Popeyes moment of the match. Yeah, so this was the strike that decided it. Devereaux McKenzie with an unstoppable right-footed shot from about 23 yards out, as he did last week in their win over Medforest, connecting perfectly. And that's our Popeyes moment of the match. Devereaux McKenzie. So Montego Bay United 1-0 over the Premier League champions Portmore United, and they've set themselves up now for a run to the semi-finals on Saturday. As I said, they'll be facing Malines, and JDF will be taking on Mount Pleasant, and you'll see that on CVM TV. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Popeyes Challenge Cup, powered by Popeyes, Lasco, Connex, Best Dressed Chicken, Red Stripe, Mackay Security.